I'm playing. All right, hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast. I'm Bobby Melendez, joined by my tag team partner on No Holds Barred, Josh Kimmel. We are very excited about today's show, not because we're going to touch on Crown Jewel. We usually do a recap show. We're going to recap it, but not spend a lot of time on it because today is the No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast Fantasy Legends Draft. I'm very excited about this. I thought about it the other day, and I'm like, holy crap. This will be a lot of fun just because we just did a top 20 and we were going off on it. So I'm like, this is perfect. So we're excited about that. Obviously, first, Josh, first off, how you doing? And secondly, Josh is representing AEW Dynamite.
Oh yeah.
Why?
I'm saving it. I gotta say it. Moxley can't save it, right? That's the whole storyline these days. I'm here to save it. You know, the Young Bucks couldn't save it. Rumor is they're gonna come back as baby faces and try to save it. I'm here, Tony. I know you're watching, big fan. I know you are. I'm a big fan of you too. I'm here to save your company, bro. Don't worry, I got you. That's why I'm picking them, because I would love them so much. And someone needs to step in. Someone needs to help.
Okay. All right. So this is going to be interesting. So we're going to touch on how this works and how we're going to do this. But before then, let's get into Crown Jewel. Obviously, it started off with a bang with the Bloodline story match going on. Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso versus the new Bloodline, OG versus the new one. I'll just say, was fun. You know, obviously there's still some tension there. I like the way it played off. Obviously, with Sammy coming out, that was the butter on the toast. That was exciting. And then of course it's like, hey, you know what? Not all is right in the world. And I love that Jey. I love how it's not already kumbaya between Jey and Roman. I like kind of the teases there. Roman kind of giving off those vibes like he's not totally with it either. I did enjoy that. Solo winning the way he won was, I enjoyed that. I thought that was cool. That made him look strong. It gave him legitimacy. And then of course with Sammy coming out, saving the day. And then of course it's like, oh, all is right. We're going to get I told my daughter, my son, I was like, what? Oh, so now what they're going to do, they're going to end up with the fingers at the end. And you know, oh, we're united, but no. Solo ducks, perfect timing. Roman goes for the Superman punch, haluva kick. And it's like, Sammy's like, oops. Love the way that went out. What did you think of that first match? Very quick.
Yeah, very quickly. You can't get to the end until you get to the start. I thought it was great, the presentation of every single person coming out, except for one person. Everyone was super serious. It was a blood match. Like, people wanted to hurt each other. And then we have the clown coming from the crowd. I thought that was, I just wish he would have taken it more seriously instead of a comedic baby face. Since day one, I don't know. It took me out of the match right away. I'm not even joking, Bobby.
Wow.
Jey Uso took me out of the match just because it didn't fit the vibe of the match. This is a serious match. Roman had the best entrance he's had in a while, where he looked super serious. Did the one thing, everyone was into it. Even Solo and those guys look serious. Then the very last guy is some, but it worked with Roman.
But the crowd was in it.
I know. It just didn't fit. But here's who made it fit: the star of the show, Roman. Just the whole time, giving off those facials like. He wasn't too obvious about it. Like, they didn't make it a thing. Oh, Roman's not impressed. He was just being Roman. He's what you wanted. He's the anti-hero.
That's right.
He still wants the acknowledgement. He still wants the power. And he's still not impressed with Jey. Even though he said, we're proud of you, did he mean it? Because his face says something different. His face is like, come on, bro. Really? This is happening? Like, people like him? Yeah. That's the vibe I got. So that made me really into the match. Good match. I liked how Solo won. I'm shocked that they pinned Roman. I'm not shocked Sammy came out. And I'm not shocked at the ending, but it was entertaining throughout. It's just, I wish Jey was serious, man. I don't like this Jey. I want penitentiary Jey. Going back to leading up to our draft. Do you think I'm going to draft Yeet Jey or penitentiary Jey? I'd probably draft the other one. just because I like him aggressive.
First off, I get what you're saying. I mean, it's Jey Uso. That's all
Yep.
I'm going to say. That's who he is. That's his character. He's hot as hell. He has the #1 selling merchandise
Mhm.
in WWE right now over Cody Rhodes and John Cena. That's what he's the hottest thing going. That's the truth. And so you still have to differentiate. That's what makes him the main event Jey Uso. So he's got to stick with that.
Yep.
And I was cool with it. I'm cool with it because again, it's kind of showing like I'm not going to fall in line. I'm still my own guy. I'm
Yep.
tagging with you, but I'm still my own guy. But I get your point of view. The second one though is you had the it was like the triple tag. Belair and Cargill retained.
Oh, they did? Cool.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. I said my kids asked me that, who do you want to win? I was like, look, man, I'm always cool with Belair and Cargill, but I wouldn't mind seeing Chelsea Green get in there.
Yeah. Yes.
Down with that. I wanted Chelsea to get it with Piper, and because I like Chelsea. I think she's hilarious. I think she's so freaking underrated,
Yep.
dude. She's so funny. I did not see this match, so forgive me. I had things going on. Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. I'm gonna go back and watch it, but did you get to see this match at all?
Oh, I have thoughts, but we don't want to go too long into my thoughts.
Okay.
I'll just say this: this match put me to sleep in real life.
Oh shoot. Okay.
And I didn't wake up until the Kevin Owens, Randy Orton thing. And then whenever that commercial break happened after the Randy Orton Kevin Owens thing, forgive me guys, I had a long night. Halloween weekend, it was a big. We have not caught up on sleep yet. And fell asleep during the Cody match, and I woke up at the very end, and I wish I slept through it because God darn it. And this goes back to the Bronson Reed match. I thought it was. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I'm not invested, Bobby, in crown jewel matches overall. And I think the bloodline has something to do with it. That should have main evented, in my opinion, because that was the story.
It should have been the main event. Absolutely. I get it though at the end of the world title match, not world title match, but the crown jewel match.
Yep.
When they had Cody standing in the ring with the representatives and the fireworks are going
Yep.
off. That's what they wanted to do. That's why it closed it. But I'm 1000% with you. The show would have felt 100 times better if the bloodline closed the show.
It started up here, Bobby.
Yeah.
And you only have one way down.
Yeah.
And that one way down was just meaningless matches with no heat.
Yeah.
They tried to build Seth. They tried to, and they did a good job with it. It's just once they got into the ring, you realize they don't. To me, they just mesh, and they don't work together. And people might have liked it. I found it very, very boring. That's all.
I got you. And then of course you have Liv defeating Nia Jax for the first crown jewel match. She seemed like she was, I was not invested in that match. I was watching it, but it just so many things going on and not really good action. Like kind of how you described Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins, and I'm going to hold my pins on it because I haven't seen it, but it didn't seem like they were meshing. They don't seem like a good 1-2 together. I think the only thing was for me, I was more into, okay, is Stratton going to go ahead and cash in? I was more invested in that, but it never kind of went down that way. So not much to say on that match.
Nope. They got to finally, they got to pull that trigger. It's been 3 PLEs in a row, and it's getting kind of old. Where she's coming out and going to do it and then doesn't. It's getting kind of old, in my opinion. They need to pull the trigger.
So the next one, very quick.
Yeah.
Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. You're supposed to have a match, went end up to a no contest.
Perfect.
I enjoyed it. Loved it. That's what these two do best. I love that Adam, what's his name? Oh crap.
The GM. Homeboy over SmackDown, Nigel
McGuinness. Raw's GM.
Adam Pearce.
Yes, he got RKO'd. I love that.
It was him that got RKO'd?
Yeah, it was him, not Nick Aldis.
No, I thought it was Nick Aldis.
Nope. He was throwing his hands up going, oh my God.
Okay.
It was Aldis. Right. I mean, it was Pierce. Pierce grabbed Orton and Orton looked at him and pop and popped him out. But no, I loved it. It went to a no contest, but that is exactly, which is crazy.
Well, it never started. So there was no
never started. It was just a fight. It was a no contest. Yeah. Then of course you had Andrade versus Carmella Hayes with LA Knight.
I saw 0 seconds of that match.
Saw 0 that I got to go back and watch it.
Yep. Fell asleep.
I've heard, I was reading up some good stuff, but I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, those two guys right there, minus LA Knight, but those two guys right there are always going to put on a good match, a fun match.
Do you know who won? LA Knight had to have won.
Night. He defeated both of them. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I
He
don't
was
see him
defeated.
losing.
And then of course the finale is Gunther versus Cody Rhodes.
Oh my god.
Interesting match, not a bad match.
Nope.
Did not like the ending.
Nope.
And I'm going to let you say why, because
Listen.
you said it on Thursday night pretty well, and I agreed with you. But I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to say I like it. It was a fine match. Didn't like the ending. Why, Josh?
What I said was heels win these kind of titles and heels win these kind of matches for heel bragging rights. Gunther as the heel should have won in some kind of way to make Cody seem strong and Gunther still seem strong as well. So Gunther can come out and be a heel and say, I won this title, I'm the greatest in the world, yada yada yada. They heels win King of the Ring. Heels win the ring on Dynamite, right? The Dynamite ring. These tournaments and the best in the world trophy, Shane McMahon won as a heel. Those kind of people are supposed to win those. I don't know if it was someone's request to Cody for win, like the Saudi Prince or whoever makes matches over there.
That's what I think happened.
But the way he won, it makes sense. It kept Gunther.
It made him look strong. I don't mind the finish.
Gunther strong.
The result. I didn't like the result for what you're saying.
The result was wrong. You could have easily kept Cody strong and had him get choked out. Don't tap out. We've seen baby faces before pass out with chokeholds. That's what Gunther does. It could have happened. It would not have hurt Cody whatsoever because this is a throwaway show. Someone made the call and said they need Cody to win. So guess what? Cody's already been perceived as the heel because of how he speaks, how he dresses, how he acts, the big words he uses. Now this is even going to bring him even more heat from people like me that like pro wrestling and go, man, this guy's he's not relatable. He's not relatable to me whatsoever. I feel no sympathy for Cody Rhodes. It's hard for me. I just don't get it, Bobby. I don't get the booking decisions, period, of Cody Rhodes lately. I just don't understand them.
No, I think it's like beating a dead horse. He didn't need to win this.
No.
This would have been perfect for Gunther because he would have been having all the ammo in the world to say, I'm not only the world's champion, I'm also the crown jewel champion, and show off the ring.
Yes.
And really, now what? Now, and I was listening to, I think it was Michael Cole's commentary. It's like, it was after the match where he got his ring and it was a little too tight and he put it on and he goes, look at that. And very nice. It was a nice ring. I get it. I think it's cool. But at the same time, Cody Rhodes, it was Michael Cole's like, he's, continuing the legacy of the Rhodes family, something his dad's never done, win crown jewel. Nobody's done it. What are we doing here? Like, why are we still beating this horse? It's like, again, I think it would have been just like it's great for Liv Morgan to be the first ever crown jewel champion and to be able to say, look, you didn't do this. This is what I am. I'm the first ever, just like Chris Jericho for years was, I'm the first ever undisputed champion. How many times did he say that? But it's true. He beat Austin. He beat Rock, in the same night. Then, and even though it's like, okay, we all know, but it was great for his character.
Yep.
Imagine if Austin would have been the first time undisputed champion. Yeah, that's cool. Right? You go Stone Cold or Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle would have been another perfect one to answer to win that. But if it was Austin or Rock, they don't need that. Austin is, I'm the first undisputed champion. He doesn't need it. Chris Jericho was perfect. Look what it did for him. Years later, it would have been great for Gunther, especially if he's in a feud with Cena, Goldberg, whoever. It would have been perfect to do it, but they didn't do it for whatever reason. And again, it's just killing a dead horse. The horse is dead. Put the bat down.
Gunther's good enough in WWE's eyes to beat Randy Orton, but not Cody Rhodes. Like, that's what confuses me. It's just confusing. I think it had to be a decision made over there. That's what they wanted. That's all I could think about. That's why I can't get into these shows. These Saudi shows, not just because they're overseas.
To me, they're an AEW pay-per-view. That's how I feel. It's a fantasy card. Let's go ahead and throw these two guys together. They have nothing to do with each other, but we're going to just toss them together and have fun with it.
It sucks. It derails. You're heading into the biggest, most important, busiest season of the wrestling industry, right? We're going into Survivor Series, then the Rumble, then the Elimination Chamber. Then next thing you know, we're at WrestleMania. But we have this crown jewel roadblock that's derailing every storyline.
Yeah.
For what? Yes, they did continue some storylines, right? Like the Bloodline storyline continued tonight or today. It happened. But the majority of the rest of the matches, besides, Tiffany Stratton trying to cash in twice and Nia not liking that, that's a storyline that got progressed. But does anyone care? at this point because she does it every single week, it seems. So nothing changed. These shows suck. They're just not. They're not for me.
Got you. All right. Let's start why we're here. Let's start with why we're actually here tonight. Well, we're here every night on Saturday nights, but this is something we love to do. We love to have fun. We love to kind of talk about what other people don't talk about. Everybody's talking about current events, so we'll touch on current events, but we like to play around with topics that usually, Josh, you and I, if we're sitting on the front porch or we're at the bar or we're at the whatever playing Xbox, we're arguing over this. Dude, what the hell do you mean Hulk Hogan's not in the top 20? What do you mean Will Ospreay is just a gymnastic? What are you talking about? These are the conversations we have, and these are the conversations we love. So, I'm very excited about doing this, and it's going to be time. It's time now to start our Pro Wrestling Legends fantasy draft, and this will be a lot of fun. All right. Because my brother even asked me, he goes, "Oh, well, how are you doing this? Because, are you going to what is there any kind of current of wrestlers who are involved in this?" Well, yeah, there's guys that we would consider modern day legends, and he was asking great questions. Okay, Randy Orton. Randy Orton's a modern day legend, absolutely. Legend's he's not even modern day. He is a legend. He can, okay. Well, what about Cody Rhodes? Well, you got to think about what Cody has done and what he's, of course he's going to go. When this is all said and done, people are going to consider him that. So yeah. We could have discussions, Seth Rollins, there you could have those lively debates. That's what's great about this show. But so those guys could be included if Josh believes hey, I think this guy is obviously going to be a legend when it all said and done. And if I disagree, but he still can be the pick. But we're also going to stick with, or try to stay with true legends and try to roll with that. But as I've said at the beginning, or I said before the show, Josh, obviously, we'll give an example, if Josh says, hey, with my first pick, I'm taking The Undertaker. Oh, wait, but which version of The Undertaker are you taking? Okay, I'm going, and I know you don't like him, but I'm just going to say the name, right? We're going to say American Badass. All right, that's The Undertaker you're rolling with. That does not mean I'm going to pick Corporate Ministry Taker. That you have The Undertaker, but that's the version you took. So does that make sense?
So you can't take my Undertaker. Undertaker's off the board.
Once you take Taker, whatever version of Undertaker you take, he is off the board.
So I take Dynamite. Thunder Lips Hogan from Rocky. You cannot have any version of, so I get a jobber. I'm taking him because he's going to be my jobber. He's going to be the one taking the pin.
He's going to fuck it all up. I'm going to have to take Hogan quick because I can't see that. But with this, after it's going to be 30 picks, and let's throw this up here. So here's how it goes. Each GM will have 30 draft selections. We both picked which brands we want to represent. Josh is going to go with Dynamite. I'm going with Nitro. We'll have 30 selections. Men and women legends are involved here. This will be a snake draft format. So Josh will have the number one to pick, and then I will go ahead with my first pick and then my second pick. So it's like 1, 2, 3, and then Josh will have 4, 5. And we'll kind of go there until we get to 30. So 60, right? 60 total picks or whatever.
60 total picks.
Every pro wrestling legend is available. It doesn't matter if they're WWE, NWA, WCW, New Japan, AEW, TNA, whatever. Modern day legends are available. And again, that is full discretion. Of course, we could discuss. Josh could say, I don't know if I consider him one. We could go on with that. A legend must be identified by era or year. So, if it's John Cena, okay, I'm rolling with Dr. Thugonomics or PG era. Booker T, okay, WCW 2000, perfect. Draft rosters will be used on a future show or future episodes to book fantasy shows, like we did with WCW Big Bang. That was a big hit. A lot of people liked it. So we're going to kind of do that just to have fun, to kind of fill different episodes and go from there. So I think we got this figured out.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a comment, please comment. Let us know. Whoever's watching, wherever you're watching, whether you're watching on Twitch, Twitter, X, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're tuning in, we appreciate you watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hop on over to YouTube and let us know if you disagree with Josh or my pick or who we pick. Even though you might like The Rock, was it smart for Josh to go Final Boss Rock, or is it better to go Attitude Era Rock? So we're gonna kind of let us know what you would do and how it would play out for you. Josh does have the first pick. I will be in the private chat just to keep Josh in line with what's going on, who's the pick. And then also, obviously, let me make sure I have this pulled up because I'm going to be updating selections as we go so we can have some graphics at the end of the show. So, with the number 1 pick in the Pro Wrestling Legends Fantasy Draft, Josh Kimmel, where are you going?
This is tough, man. I have 3 guys that I've been thinking about since you told me I had the first pick. And those 3 guys are all 3 have long hair, blonde hair. They're sexy. One calls himself that. One's an Ayatollah of rock and rolla, and the other one is a little bit on the R side. So I don't know who to pick. I really don't know who to pick. So I just gave away all 3.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with my favorite version of Chris Jericho because he's my favorite wrestler of all time. I'm gonna go Lionheart.
Nice.
Chris Jericho, man of 1,001 holds, the man who beat Goldberg multiple times, the man with not with Goldberg, with Ralphus as his bodyguard, Jericho personal security. I actually made a shirt in real life and wore it to school weekly. And they're like, yeah, I bought the shirt from WCW shop. Yeah, duh. No, I made it myself. So Chris Jericho, Lionheart version, WCW.
I love it. Let me go ahead and put this here. I already have it there. So Lionheart, Chris Jericho off the board.
I could have let him fall, but the respect I have for Chris Jericho, he deserves. He's the reason why. Like Hogan, Sting, Macho Man, they got me to WCW.
Yeah.
They got me there. Chris Jericho kept me there. And Chris Jericho got me to go watch WWF. Because once he left, I left WCW and I went with him. He's my ride or die since day one. Sucks now, though. He's terrible now. I changed the channel. Like, he's gone. Like, he's not worth watching anymore. But hey, back in the day, he's the GOAT, man. Definitely.
All right. So, okay, no. All right. I'm going to go with possibly, in regards of WWE, the greatest superstar of all time. We talked about the pillars, but this guy, I could put him with anybody and he could have an amazing match. Obviously, he could go toe-to-toe with Jericho on the mic. I love their matches. Jericho beat him to become the undisputed champion, and that is going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin, Attitude Era, McMahon, Rock. I'm going with that's going to be my first pick. I'm going to go with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
So you're going to babyface. So that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, I got a heel here. Like, I don't know if that's how you're looking at it, or you're just going, because do we have to keep their heel face?
Yeah. No, yeah. I think that's great, because you got to think about, okay, how are you going to match this up? The one thing I love about Attitude Era Austin, he was obviously to the fans a baby face, but he was an anti-hero. I mean, he just kind of went that route to become a baby face. But I really enjoyed that Austin, just the way he would, with Bret Hart, with McMahon, I think, again, the way I'm kind of picturing how I would love my first show to be, I think he would fit perfectly. So I'm going to go with Steve Austin. I'm going to update the picture in a second. You kind of moved me in this direction just because I kind of saw your hand. So I kind of figure what your next picks are going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go, and let me just go ahead and erase Austin here. And the next Attitude Era guy I'm going with is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Oh, man.
I'm going with Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Again, you think of the matches, you think of what he could do. I mean, you already said you kind of hit on it, but that right there, the feuds he had with everybody and anybody, and of course, health-wise, I mean, all day, every day. Give me that. I mean, imagine the show I could put together with just those 2 guys possibly headlining it. I'm rolling that way.
I would have went a different Michaels. I would have went Undertaker WrestleMania version. That's what
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So hey, it's funny that we were thinking of the same person, but just different eras. It's gonna happen a lot.
Exactly. That's what's cool about this.
Yeah, it's gonna happen a lot. So now it's on me. I already gave my hand out. Might as well say the Rated R superstar Edge, the Rated R with a spinning belt. Him and Lita. I can't get Lita right now, but maybe I might swing around and get her later. But definitely, he's top 5 for me. He's freaking awesome. One of the all-time great heels, opportunistic, cowardly, but now it puts me in a bind because now I have 2 heels. and 2 like conniving heels, cowardly heels. So now I need to focus myself maybe on the baby face side. And there's so many to think about, but gosh, when I think about baby faces, Bobby, especially like the olden days,
Yeah.
losers. Like they're just all losers. So I'm trying to think of some cool baby face to throw in there with a few with my top guys because apparently these are my top guys. So I'm gonna go a little bit more recent, and I'm gonna stay on a little bit of a smaller kind of guy, a B player, a B plus player.
Ooh,
And I'm
okay.
going the yes movement, Daniel Bryan.
Wow. That okay.
I need an underdog, a fan favorite, and a guy who can take over an arena and make everyone just chant yes, yes when he's infused with these great baby heels I have over here. So yes, I really enjoy Daniel Bryan, and he was gonna be on my list no matter what. So I might as well get him out of the way.
See, you're taking the for me when you talk like not Edge because Edge obviously is going to be an early one. You're kind of taking the guts of what my draft was going to be like the middle part. Like I was like, okay, I know I'm gonna catch him with this guy, and like hell no, I wasn't. So let me go ahead. So Edge and then Daniel Bryan, not Bryan
Yep.
Danielson.
Nope. Didn't get
Daniel
the
Bryan.
didn't get the whatever he is now. Whatever he is now. Bullet Club,
And,
Combat Club,
and
jump.
I had both. I had PG era or whatever you want to call him. Daniel Bryan. I had Daniel Bryan as a at that. You know, I have my guys listed out like who I'm going to roll with. I had rated R superstar. So you and I are right on this on the money. Make sure I don't miss this here.
Man, I'm looking good. I'm looking good. Got Jericho, probably going to be the first ever Dynamite champion, AEW Dynamite champion. Edge, he's already there. he's he's already in AEW, so we're good to go. He doesn't have to move anywhere. No different paperwork. No, doesn't have to fill out no W9s or whatever he got to fill out. Hey, and Daniel Bryan's there too, baby. Jericho's there. Do you guys see a theme? I'm
Yeah,
picking all
Canadian.
AEW super.
Oh yeah, AEW. I was going to say Canadian, but yeah. Let me make sure I got this right. I didn't have this.
My next guy, Jake Roberts. He's an AEW too.
Oh geez, yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just saying I picked literally all these guys are currently in AEW.
Make sure. Let me move this over here because I want to make sure.
I'm such a nerd.
So I'm back on the clock here. Make sure. Let's see. Make sure I don't miss this here.
So we're in the third round. We're in the
Yeah.
third round of a 30-round draft. He's got. I'm just talking while you just cut me off. He's got top babyface Shawn Michaels, or well, no, top babyface Steve Austin. I believe Shawn Michaels is a heel there in that era.
I would put him as a heel. He'd be a heel for sure.
So now he's going to be working on another main eventer. I'm assuming he's going to go babyface here, but does he go big, strong muscle guy? Does he go guy from the 80s? Or are we going more current? I'm curious. I'm curious to see how many 80s and 90s guys I have compared to like 2000s.
Ah, shit.
I do this all the time in fantasy football drafts. I just talk and get shit. They all get confused. They lose their composure. Oh man, I didn't mean to pick him. Man, you guys got in my head. I think it's gonna be babyface. I think you need it with this roster.
Well, I got 2 picks right now.
I know you do.
So you know what? Okay, make it easy. Let's make it easy.
I like
PG era John Cena. I'm gonna roll with PG
Oh.
era John Cena, ultimate baby face. You kind of kept talking me into it. You probably are goading me into something, which is cool.
I'm not.
Whatever.
I'm not.
You're
You're just gonna have. You know what you're gonna have, Bobby?
what's that?
You're gonna have too many superstars, and they all want to be at the top, and you're gonna have a problem booking these shows. I'm going strategic over here, right? We gotta have our jobbers. We gotta have our mid cards. You're gonna have there's too many superstars already, man.
Dude, we got main eventers. I got it all in my head. I got it.
Shawn Michaels is gonna be causing problems back there, chirping. Stone Cold's gonna take his ball and go home because he don't want a job. To John Cena. Cena's gonna be politicking, saying he can't lose, man. You got problems.
You know what? I know what you're trying to do. Like it's bullshit because you are getting me here because I'm like I already had it in my head and now you're doing that. But I feel I feel pretty freaking comfortable. So piss off for a minute.
Okay.
I'm I'm gonna go with. No, what? No. You did it.
I did
I'm
it.
cool with it. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Diamond Dallas Page DDP.
Oh,
Diamond Dallas Page WCW DDP.
okay.
I'm no going with that. Who was like again ultimate babyface, underdog, people's champion.
Yeah.
Love it. Rolling with that guy right there.
Yeah, I love that. So Diamond Dallas Page and John Cena off the board. Going into my next picks, I have Chris Jericho, I have Edge, and I have Daniel Bryan. So I'm now looking at I have some little guys. I have some skinny guys, guys that have a little bit of size. So let's get some realistic contenders that can also be a tag team because I have 2 picks. And these are 2 main event guys. And I'm taking 2 of your guys that I'm surprised you didn't take yet. But I'm going, you know why I'm here. You know who I am. I'm going Scott Hall, NWO, and I'm also going Kevin Nash, NWO. I'm getting the outsiders, back-to-back picks. It just makes sense. I have a solid tag team if I need to. I have 2 top guys that can main event my show, and they are the coolest heels you could possibly have on your roster. And I wasn't letting them get further than this. I got my 3 guys. Matter of fact, I got all 3 guys I wanted to get. Shawn Michaels, I would have loved to have him, but it's fine. But now I have a solid tag team to build my tag team division. And if I need single competitors, Kevin Nash,
Yeah.
NWO, come on, bro.
Yeah. You definitely stole. I think that's pretty cool. So NWO, so black and white. I
saw when they're coming into black and white when they're coming into who's the third man when they're at Bash at the Beach when they are like still the outsiders.
Okay. I like that. For me, my NWO, my Kevin Nash was Wolfpack.
Okay.
Kevin Nash, single star,
Babyface.
Yeah. I was rolling with that one, but I like it. Let me make sure I want to make sure I get the right Nash here.
See, you're gonna have to do that with tag teams. Like if you want a tag team, that's why I like the snake. You are using 2 of your picks, but you have to get that tag team.
Yeah. A minute here. Here we go. I'm gonna just roll with this.
Man, I wonder who's gonna be my first champion.
Oh, man. Think about that right now. Chris Jericho was your number 1 pick. Edge, Daniel Bryan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, the Outsiders version of it. Hall and Nash.
You see, I just don't. I'm just curious on how you're going to combat that. How are you going to overcome that? You were so shocked. You were like, I saw your face. You're like, what? This is happening? Yeah, brother.
I am. No.
I got 3 WCW guys.
I know. Yeah, I see what you're doing now.
Bro, I grew up in WCW.
I got you, bro.
What did Bane say? You adopted WCW. I was born in WCW.
Yeah. My next pick, I don't think it's any secret that he was coming over here anyway. I could have probably waited, but I have a feeling you're goading me, and I'm not good. I can't leave him. I felt like I could have had left him, and just because, but I'm gonna go with you just took NWO Hollywood, so I'm a little whatever, but I'm gonna go with NWO Hollywood Hogan.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Hollywood Hogan with my next pick. I mean, thinking with him and Attitude Era vibes, those type of guys on the mics, gives obvious, DDP could feud with him, Austin could feud with him, Cena could feud with him. I love that guy. And then next.
Man, I'm letting you know I was taking Hogan next pick. I'm not even kidding.
Well, that's why, because I knew when you took those 2 guys, I'm like, he's messing with me. I could absolutely see it. Now I got the whole NWO, and like, no,
I was doing it. It was happening.
I knew it. Like I figured.
Because if I took Hogan first, I think you would have known, and I would have lost Hall and Nash. I'd rather have those guys.
Exactly. No, it was perfect.
So it makes you waste a pick.
And it's crazy. So it's funny that you went that route because I'm gonna say there, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. Those 2 you know, the NWO in general, they're my favorite. I love those guys, you know, and I just put it under. But the way I had it, Wolfpack, Kevin Nash, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. Those were the ones I
Okay.
had listed on my to go there.
See, I wanted them together because we made the rule. You can't if they're going to be a tag team, they have to be that tag team version of them.
I got you.
Like I cannot put Edge in a tag team with Jericho, even though they were one time. They weren't in that era. So, is that okay? Am I just making rules up?
No, it's fine by
Okay.
me. I mean, you could do however you want. It's your show, right?
All right.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, all right.
So I'm trying to decide the next pick here. And I see the theme I'm rolling. I see the theme I'm going with.
Teddy Long out there.
Okay, Teddy Long. Just throwing shit out. You know what? This might be a surprise. I'm stuck between two guys, but I can't ignore him. I think you could probably, there was multiple versions of him, but I think this version offers, I know the version people might go, man, why didn't you go that one? But this version offers so much potential, so much different, you know, in regards of opportunities with stories and match. I'm going to go with Sting, but I'm going to go with TNA Sting.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Sting, who was in the main event Mafia, Joker Sting. He did so many different versions, and he had so many great matches with so many, you know, that Sting gets overlooked, but I'm going with Sting with my next pick.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. You stole one from me. I wouldn't have picked that one. I would have went Wolfpack Sting.
Yeah, you see, I like that. I don't know how people don't like Wolfpack Sting. I loved Wolfpack Sting.
Yeah,
he was kind of Surfer Sting with red paint. You know,
Wolfpack Sting was pretty cool.
But again, at TNA Sting gives me that too. He is, you know, he's not the, you know, quiet looking in the corner kind of gothy dude. No, this is the one he could go on the mic with anybody. He could have killer matches. You could put him as he was everything.
Yep.
It was perfect.
1000%. Man, there's some absolute legends being left off this list. Like legit absolute legends. And am I gonna go ahead and grab the great one? I don't know if he fits my roster. I don't know. See, that's the roster thing. Do I want that giant ego in my locker room? I'm gonna say no for the moment and pass on him. So you can grab him later if you want. But I'm gonna go with the greatest of all time. Woo!
Ooh, okay.
I am going because I got to beef up my women's division. I'm legitimately going Charlotte Flair. And that's not a joke. That's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. I need a strong anchor in my women's division. And I don't think there's enough out there. Like legends. Like I don't consider Mercedes Moné a legend. I consider Charlotte one because I think she will go down. She will be in the Hall of Fame. She is one of the, as much as I hate her, and don't worry, I'm getting her a mouthpiece. She'll never see this thing in my company. She'll never see a mic, but she will go out there and wrestle and put on 5-star matches. And Charlotte Flair is going to be my woman to lead me there. Now, automatically, I'm going to fill her main foe off the rip right here. And I'm going to go, don't call me a hypocrite. I'm going the man. I'm going Becky.
Wow.
And I need those two women to make sure I have the greatest women's division possible for my company because I know there's 1,000. It's like the tight end position in football. You overdraft Kelsey. You overdraft these guys because they're one of many. They are they're the only people that can produce for you. I need these two women to produce for me. Charlotte and Becky, welcome to the team. We're going to be doing great things.
You know, I'm proud of you. Not gonna lie to you. I'm mad at you, but I'm proud of you. Damn.
Because think about it, Bobby. Like, if you can sit here and tell me, oh, I think, like, name a women's wrestler, Bianca Belair is a legend. I don't think she is. I don't think you think she is.
No.
So, you're stuck with, and I'm not saying you're stuck, so I'm still going to draft more women, but it's actually slim's pickings. I've been doing the thinking. There's maybe about 5 women I actually want after these two.
Yeah.
Did I shock you?
Yeah, hell yeah, yes, you did. I mean, again, was it going to be a shock that Charlotte was eventually going to be my pick? You know what I mean? I felt so comfortable, like, oh, he would never pick Charlotte, And when you did that, like when you go the goat, I'm going with woo. I'm like, oh, I started typing in Ric Flair. You go Charlotte. I went, I had the mic never. You son of a fuck you. I'm like, what?
Yep, yep.
Oh,
To be clear, we're going straight up heel like Flair. Like she
oh,
hasn't really done a gimmick change since she's been the same person, but the heel version of her, because she's not a good baby face. And the man is like the ultimate awesome, like she is Stone Cold of the women's division.
yeah.
Bottle up that man energy with Becky Lynch and just man, that was so you could sell that thing for billions. That gimmick right there with Becky was the most over any woman's ever been, in my opinion.
Yeah. You know, I'm comfortable with this pick. She was the um she was the highest on my draft board and probably recognized as probably the greatest diva right or wrestler right now, just because of, and I think Charlotte's obviously going to be right there. We both recognize that. I think.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Trish Stratus.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Trish Stratus, dude. And I'm going modern day Trish with the feud with Becky Lynch. Her character, the heel Trish. I really enjoyed that. I'm going to roll with heel Trish from the modern era to start my women's division. I feel pretty good about that.
I don't hate it. Don't hate it. Don't hate that at all. As a matter of fact, she was about to be picked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I might be wrapping up my women's division pretty soon.
I'm gonna roll with. I have a feeling when I make this pick, I think I know where you may go, but I'm safe with it. I feel good about it. But I'm gonna go with Lita.
I knew it.
Ruthless aggression, Lita.
I knew it.
I did not think of the rated R until right when I said I think I know where you're gonna go after this, and I was like, oh, now I know where he's gonna go.
Yep.
So I am.
You took away so many options.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with because again, rated R superstar Lita or ruthless aggression Lita, main evented Raw with Trish. I mean, again, she spearheaded the division, really, and I feel comfortable. I hate that I lost out on the man and the GOAT, but I feel really good with Trish and Lita because they were those two before those two were even a massive thought. So two divas get off the board here. Let me make sure I'm updating this for Josh in in our chat.
You got me, man. She was my next pick.
Yeah,
she provides two roles for me. And so man, that's the kind of people I want on my roster, like people that can do both. So that being said, it's now my turn to pick. Let's get this mid card going. Although he can be in the main event if I choose to put him there, but I'm gonna stick him in that mid card. And he's one of the greatest of all time. He still wrestles today. He's Mr. Rey Mysterio 619.
I like that.
But I want Rey Mysterio WCW.
Wow. Okay.
I want WCW Luchador in his prime, Rey Mysterio for sure, 1000%. So he's on my roster as a babyface, as a mid carder. Because guys, like I said, we can't have all studs. Although he is a stud.
There you go.
He's 1000% stud. My next pick. This one's hard, man. Because there's like three people I want. I'm not going to give them away because you'll snipe them. I don't have enough baby faces on my roster. So that's why I'm going to go with probably one of the ultimate baby faces to ever lace the boots. I'm going, man, no, because I like the other version of him. I'm just going to do it. I'm taking Legend Killer Randy Orton. Legend Killer version, young version of Randy Orton when he was destroying everybody and was a psychopath.
I like it. Modern day.
So yeah, Randy Orton, Legend Killer.
All right.
I had to.
Fair enough. And again, I think
there's too many studs out there.
You could put them anywhere, and it would be perfect. Okay.
You surprised by any of these picks? Were you surprised by Rey Mysterio?
I was, yes. Well, no, but I was surprised with the version of which maybe because I had
Okay.
Ruthless Aggression, Rey Mysterio when he came on SmackDown.
Yep.
I did have Legend Killer, Randy Orton. You know, punt kick in the head,
Yep.
spitting in people's faces. That was the best version.
Yep.
That's the best heel you can go with.
Baby faces, come help me. I have none. None. My whole dang organization's gonna be overrun. No one's gonna be fighting for us. Daniel Bryan, he's the only one. He's the only baby face on my roster. And Becky Lynch. There we go. You have a good I'm just looking at your roster, looking at the names. Great mix.
Yeah, and I'm gonna roll with this one here. You did bring him up earlier, but I can't let him keep slipping. But I'm gonna roll with Attitude Era Rock.
Dang.
I'm gonna roll with
Super late. That's a steal.
Yeah,
Most people would have him in the top 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Attitude Era Rock. Hard for me to continue passing up. Try to see if I could get a picture without the belt. That would be nice, you know. It's like
Attitude Era Rock's always got that belt with him. He was super awesome.
Yeah, so definitely rolling that way. There we go. You'll see what I'm talking about, guys. People are like, "What the hell is he talking about?" I'm making a board here. You're gonna see when it's all done. It's coming around. All right, so got the Rock off the board. Rock, babyface, heel. You could make him anything at that point. I mean, he was Attitude Era Rock. Obviously, was a fun heel with Austin, with Mankind and everything. I think that's sort of the route I'd like to go. But again, I mean, think about the People's Champion versus People's Champion, WCW, DDP, WWF, Rock.
Yep.
That's very cool.
I know who I'm going next. I am so excited for my picks. I'm not throwing you off, I promise. But these two next guys are linked together. They're linked. I'm doing a combo, just to let you know. And it's not a tag team.
Okay.
And it might not be 2 men. It might be a man, female. I don't know, Bobby. I don't know. Man. But I do need some baby faces to save this roster. So I don't know what round we're in. What round are we in?
Dude, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. We're in round 10, I think now.
All right, so we're 10. We're a third way through because we still have 20 more picks to go. Gotta start thinking about that.
Okay, I might hold. I really want to hold off.
It's up to you. I've shocked you like 3 times in a row.
Yeah. Attitude Era Bret Hart.
All right. I was not going there.
I wasn't going where you were going, man. It's not about that.
No. I'm just saying, no, it's good. I'm just saying, I wasn't going there. I'm surprised you did. That's all. I didn't expect that. That was.
Yeah, I'm gonna go because again, heel, babyface, Austin, Michaels, Hogan. I mean, it's hard. I couldn't keep letting him slip on there. I'm gonna go with Attitude Era Bret Hart, Sting. Yeah, that's where I'm rolling.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go easy peasy, lemon squeezy, OTC version of Roman Reigns is now on my roster. He's going to be this version what we saw today. I think this is my favorite version if he stays the anti-hero like you wanted him to be. So this version, babyface Roman, and of course, we got to get some mouthpiece in this promotion. So I'm going the wise man. I'm bringing Paulie in as well. So I'm getting Paul Heyman and I'm getting Roman, matching them up. We're drafting managers because I think we have to. They're part of the show. Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns are on my list. Are we not drafting managers?
No, we're not doing managers. But you could have Paul E. We weren't going to do managers. I like that idea though. I wish we would have thought. I would have thought we would have said that before the show.
If I'm not doing managers, I can pick someone else. That's totally
fine. You can pick someone else, 100%. But
okay.
Paul E's with you. It's cool.
Okay. I mean, okay. All right. So that's cool. Saves me a spot. So then I will go Mankind.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. I need a hardcore sense on my roster. He's a ultimate baby face. You can put him against anyone on this list. Edge, we've seen him have matches with him. Love to see them interact with Hall and Nash. That'd be fun. See those guys beat him up. Yeah, Mankind for sure. That version of him. The early days, I like the early days better than the older days. When he first came in with the Undertaker and you didn't know what he was doing, he was kind of weird, just in a boiler room crying, saying these things, saying these weird ass things. I love that Mankind.
Let me put
Attitude Era.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I know which one. Okay. Interesting. God dang. All right.
So what was your version of Mick?
The Mankind, Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, Mankind.
Yep.
You know, Rock and so forth. So let me make sure I'm not missing out here. So it was Ray, and then I know I missed out on a few here. Forgive me there. So, and then Randy Orton. I thought I did that, but I didn't. Okay.
Nope, Orton. And then I forgot I didn't forget who you went. You went Bret Hart. Attitude Era, Bret Hart, and who else did you go? So before that.
Bret Hart and Rock. Okay.
Yeah, so, Rock. Yep, Attitude Era, Rock. And then
so
I just went Roman, OTC. And then I just went Mankind, Attitude Era.
Okay. So.
My list is so lit.
All right. So. Let me make these here. I'm feeling.
You feeling a little oozy?
Yeah, right.
I just, I'm just looking at my roster going, man, do I put Mankind as a champion? And then Bobby goes on a show. You don't want to watch that show. They got some loser Mankind win the title tonight. And then boom, that's when AEW wins the war or Dynamite wins the war.
Talking about AEW.
You're not thinking about nobody over there. There's no way. I took them all. Well, there's one left. I think there's one legend over there left. He's only 24. Or maybe he's 25. How old is that guy? I'm serious. How old is
who's the only guy that I really like there?
I know exactly. I'm trying to find his age. I'm trying to find Mr. He's 28 years old. All right. But is he going to be a legend? I don't think he's done enough. He hasn't even made the show. He hasn't even went to the big leagues yet.
He will, though. He's the only reason why anybody really pays attention. Real wrestling fans, at least. Not these gymnastic lovers.
I'm just saying, like, he's great. Is he a legend? Is he going to be picked over some of these guys? Like that I'm going to pick?
I'm just thinking mid-card. I'm thinking heel.
If everyone, I'm not going to say his name. But if you want Adam Cole that bad.
Oh, man. You know what?
Bobby's like that dude in your fantasy league when it's the third round. He's like, all right, Justin Jefferson or Tim Archer. Oh, I don't know what to do, man. Bobby, just pick one. That's what I'd be screaming at you guys. And then that's when they make their mistake. And then when they suck, Josh, you rushed me in the third round. Sucker.
Samoa Joe.
Okay. Oh,
Samoa
he is still
Joe. Samoa Joe, but I'm going to go with WWE version, Samoa Joe, when he feuded with Brock Lesnar. And I mean, Roman Reigns, I think he should have won the world title. I think that was a real screw up on WWE's part. That was money. I'm going with the murderer Samoa Joe.
All right. Bobby goes the worst version of Samoa Joe.
Oh God, he had killer matches. And then
That was a good pick. That was great.
I'm gonna go.
He's a killer.
Yeah,
Joe's gonna kill you. Like, cool chance.
I'm gonna go with the Beast, Brock Lesnar.
Oh,
I'm taking Brock. I can't keep letting him slip. Can't let him slip. I'm gonna go with the Beast, Brock Lesnar.
All right. That hurt. That hurt.
I
roster.
knew he was gonna be only available for so long. I knew you had him there. Can't let it happen. So
that was tragic. That was super tragic. But that's all right. We'll rebound. You took two people I really wanted, which is fine. That's what we do. We rebound. And I'm gonna again think about the mid card, but also my tag team division. And one of these guys is an outstanding talent that could be or was world heavyweight champion. So that being said, I'm going the Hardy Boys. I'm gonna go tag team division again. I'm going Jeff for one of my first picks, and then I'm going Matt. Hardy Boys. I guess the version I have for them is
mine
TLC.
was like okay. So WWE, yeah.
Attitude Era.
Okay.
Before Jeff started painting his face and looking like a crazy person.
Yeah. Let me make sure I get the right one here.
Oh yeah, we're going. Oh yeah, we have the tag team division locked up. I mean, come on. What's a cooler tag team from that era? There's a couple more out there, obviously, that were in those similar matches.
Here we go. Oh no, not that way.
I wanted one of those sleeves so bad, like the
Everybody,
Jeff wore.
Right?
Yeah. Those were like the coolest thing ever. Jeff was like an icon for all of us. I feel like Darby Allin's trying to be like that in AEW, and it's just not working. Nobody could be on the level of Jeff Hardy ever at that time.
Jeff Hardy was, and obviously Matt doesn't get the same amount of love as Jeff, but Matt Hardy definitely. Everybody, especially younger wrestling fans, wanted to be Jeff Hardy. They wanted to mimic his style. They thought he was the coolest thing. Let me see here.
But Matt was the brains behind of it.
But Matt Hardy, I think he falls in that category. Even the tag team Hardys are legends. But Jeff Hardy is a wrestling legend. He's a former world champion. Matt Hardy is a legend, I think. You had Version 1, a lot of fun. Remember him? I mean, that wasn't like a big thing, but I enjoyed singles run Matt Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was a lot of fun. There you go. I'm going to go Kurt Angle TNA.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Kurt Angle TNA.
I figured he was coming off your list soon. I'll be completely honest and transparent. Not that this changes anything. He wasn't on my list.
Really?
Yeah, he just wasn't. I love Kurt Angle, but I didn't want him on my roster just because now I'm trying. I had the main. I don't know if you're seeing how I'm going. There might be some jobbers putting in here soon. We need those guys in this Dynamite era.
I got you. And then I am going to can't continue. Eddie Guerrero Ruthless Aggression era when he won the Undisputed title. When he beat Brock Lesnar. I'm going Eddie Guerrero.
That's great. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. I like the way I feel really good about my roster and the matches that could go down. Yeah. I see how you're thinking, and I'm all about it. With tag teams, but I'm thinking of.
I know you want stars.
I got you.
Yeah, you want stars. I get it, dude. Trust me, I'm going stars too. I like the way you're booking your show or you're drafting. I like what we're doing differently. So I want to see how it adds up. That's the main reason why I'm doing this, because I want to see how that works. But that being said, I am going big superstar now. I took a couple low end guys, Mankind, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy. That's fine. But I also took big guys like Roman, and Roman's going to need an opponent. Randy Orton's going to need an opponent. So why not bring in one of the greatest characters in wrestling history? And I'm talking Triple H era, where he comes back in the vest, he tore his quads. He's the game. I want the game Triple H. The game Triple H is what made me fall in love with Triple H. Yeah, the DX version was great, fine, it was goofy, whatever. But when he was the game, he became believable as a legend to me then. And then he went on and done way more bigger things. So, but the game Triple H is who's on my roster. Total badass. Total complete badass.
Love it. I love it. I had, you see, this is where Triple H was high on my list, but I'm like, you know what? Let's, because you got to go deeper into your list to try to balance stuff out. Yep. I had Triple H there, but I had Evolution Triple H.
Okay, Evolution.
That's heel Triple H, Batista, and Scott Steiner and company. That was the version I went with. Okay, your next pick.
That's good. That's good. So then, my next pick, I'm gonna go woman here. I need some women in my division because we're getting late. We're in the middle of the draft, I believe.
Yep.
So I was like thinking, you took Lita, you took Trish. Those were my next two women I wanted. So I'm gonna go someone who's a little bit underrated. I think she was fine, and she got better when she was with John Cena. I'm going Nikki Bella.
I like it. I had her on my list. I like it.
Going Nikki Bella, because she showed me something in her later era where she was doing the Rack Attack and she was the Divas champion. I think she would have fit well with this age, this new era. She's got the look, she's got the style, and she's got the attitude, and she's decent on the mic. So yes, Nikki Bella.
I like it. And I'm not gonna lie to you. That's one of the picks I was gonna go with next, because as a modern type of version, but also a legend, I think she fits right there. And I would have, I think pairing her with Trish and Lita would have been a lot of fun. So I might be okay to move away from that. Let me see here.
Drove you away from the women. You just say women, crossed off. Every night, Trish Lita. Every night, Trish Lita. And Trish shows to work. Who am I working with tonight, boss? Lita. For the 800th time in a row.
Working with Lita tonight. Enjoy it. I think she's on her way. I think with everything she's done, I think when it's all said and done, I think a lot of people will see her as a legend, a trailblazer. She captures everybody's attention. Rhea Ripley. I'm rolling with Rhea Ripley here, man. I gotta go Rhea.
Scared me.
Oh, really? Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, man. No,
that's a good pick.
Yeah, I can't, I understand, modern day, but still I like it. Gonna roll with Rhea here. And because I agree. I mean, I gotta keep it fresh. And that women's division, I am focused on it. I have a couple names in mind, but we'll let it keep flowing out.
This is my brutality, Rhea, right? Judgment Day,
Rhea. This is my brutality. Yeah, Rhea. Okay. Yeah.
And she was like her NXT version. People like that. I'm like, really? That version sucked.
No. I'm not going. Yeah, right. Let's see here. Bray Wyatt family.
Oh, what a steal! What you sniped me, bro.
Yeah, I know some people say the Fiend. I get it. I love it. Whatever. No, the Wyatt family version of Bray Wyatt. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
let's freaking roll, man.
I'm here with that. Good shit. Sorry, Bobby. Good stuff, man. That was a good pick. Dang. Because I was thinking about him a lot. What do I do? What do I take him or whatever? All right. Well, my turn to pick. So I picked a woman in my last one. You picked a woman. I thought you were leaning towards someone who, if she retired today, she'd be a Hall of Famer. She was recently a world heavyweight champion or women's champion. I'm going Bayley. I'm going Bayley because I do think she's. If I'm putting Becky Lynch on that stratosphere, you got to involve Bayley.
Which version of Bayley are you going with?
So
I had her on my list, but what version were you going with?
So I'm thinking about it right now because there's two versions I like. I like when she first turned heel and called Michael Cole an idiot and she shaved it in the back of her head, like whatever word. But I also loved Hugger Bailey.
Yeah,
Hugger Bailey was great.
I had the Hugger. I had
So
Hugger on
so
my
my
list.
women right now are Becky, Charlotte, right? And then I have Nikki, who's a heel. So I need Hugger Bailey. I need
Got
the
it.
Hugger babyface heel because I enjoyed that Bailey a lot in NXT. I actually watched NXT for Bailey and Sasha those matches. So yeah.
Love it, man. Freaking love it. All right, your next pick.
My next pick, oh, man, I want to have fun with this next pick, but I don't think it's a bad pick. You can't go wrong with Mr. Math himself, Mr. Math Professor, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner.
Ooh, I love
Holler,
it.
holler if you hear me, bro. I want him to kiss that little golf ball, whatever bicep he's got. I was a giant fan of Big Papa Pump. Yes, I'm adding another heel to my roster, but come on, man, you can't pass this guy up. I need him when that chain chain hat he wears to the ring. He's just a goofball. To me, I liked him because he was a goofball. Like, yeah, this guy's a freaking maniac, psychopath, goofy mother effer, but he'll whoop you. Like he'll just
That's the thing, right? Yeah, you look at that chain, you go, what? And you look at the body, you go, man, goofy looking. But you like, tell me he doesn't get in your face, you don't shit bricks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
had great memories with him. I do a great memory with him, a couple of them. But when I went to TNA wrestling, watching it when we were in the front row, and my friend went like that to him, and he would like go like back, and all of a sudden went the F out of here, and we went, oh boo! And so we did it again, like, and he went to go do it with us, and we said, get out of here. And he went like that, went, oh shit. He was awesome, and he is awesome.
Yeah.
And especially in the ring. He's not, you look at those muscles, you go, oh, he's probably stiff, he's probably boring. No, he could lay it in. He was great watching him. I'm down with it. I love that move.
Holla if you hear me. What round is that? What round are we in?
Up. Let's see here. Let me go by your picks here. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 17.
All right,
We're at 17 picks. Yeah.
13 more to go. 13 more baby faces.
You said 13 more baby faces?
Dude, I have to draft baby faces. I find them so boring. It's so hard for me to like them. It's so hard. Whoa, he's coming.
Oh Lord. Let me look at my roster. Let's see. I like the way it's coming, dude. I'm gonna go with the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Ooh, okay. Which version?
NWA Ric Flair.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with NWA Ric Flair, who could go 60 minutes, who could talk on the mic. Yeah, I understand it might be hard to envision him with certain guys, but again, I just think the type of matches he could put on. I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna go with NWA version of Ric Flair.
Dirtiest player in the game.
That's right. And we still got a handful of picks. I'm feeling good. Sabu, ECW.
Sabu, ECW. You want some hardcore in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sabu. I think he could put up some matches against it, because even though you think of him as hardcore, he can put up some damn good matches. But I have another one in mind for later on. Okay.
All right.
So roll with it.
All right. My next pick is a current wrestler. You might not know who he is, and if you don't, shame on you. He's one of the most decorated champions of all time. He's main event in the Tokyo Dome many times.
Ooh, okay.
I'm not going to do the whole North Carolina, but Kenny Omega. I am going Kenny Omega. I think, and I know he's a legend. I know Kenny Omega, if he was on the main stage in WWF or WWE, sorry, he would be one of the few that could get over and be one of the greatest of all time. And it's a shame that he's stuck in AEW. It's a gosh darn shame. If he would have left with Cody, he would be a star. So Kenny Omega, Belt collector version. If you don't know who that is, it's the one where he was champion about 4 years
Yep.
ago, where he had every single title in the world.
TNA, EAW, Impact, right?
Yep, belt
He had it
collector
all.
Kenny Omega.
Yeah, I
Yep,
know exactly what you're talking about.
yep. So Kenny Omega.
Nice.
Might be a shock to. I'm sure you expecting me to
No,
draft him.
I had him on here. I had him.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I had him on there.
Feels a little bit better now because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get trash for this pick, but
Nope.
Homer, right?
No,
All right.
100%. No way.
Next pick. I am going. This is so hard because I like him better as a heel. So I don't want to go. I'm picking babyface AJ Styles because I need baby faces. So ain't doing it. I'm going AJ Styles. I want to beat up John Cena, AJ Styles. What are we going to do tonight, guys? Beat up John Cena. When he was such a badass in WWE, before he, I don't know what they did to him, why they decided to bury him, why he's hardly on TV anymore. But when AJ Styles was with the OC, and their whole gimmick was, what are we doing tonight, guys? Beat up John Cena. I love that AJ Styles. Heel AJ Styles is on my list from WWE. One of the greatest versions of him.
I love it. Make sure I have that. That's pretty good. So she's off.
Guys, if you're watching right now, let us know where are we going wrong. Am I crazy for saying belt collector Kenny Omega's a legend? Is Bobby crazy for saying Sabu's a legend? I don't think he is. Sabu's freaking awesome.
I'd be surprised.
Some people, some people might not know who that is. Honestly, sadly,
I got to continue beefing up the women's division.
Okay.
I am gonna go with someone who's main evented WrestleMania. Right? Did she? I think she did. I'm gonna go with Sasha Banks. We're only with Sasha Banks here. Modern day. I mean, it's not modern day Sasha Banks. We're not talking Mercedes Moné, who can't talk, who is just kind of cringe now. I'm talking WWE Sasha Banks, who put on freaking blockbusters in the ring.
Okay.
Going with Sasha Banks. That's my next pick.
Right.
My follow-up pick. It's a drum roll because I'm trying to get to think about it.
This guy freaking steals Sasha Banks and all of a sudden drum rolls.
That's awesome. Oh, damn. Okay. CM Punk. PG era CM Punk.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one who took the title, ran with John Cena.
Okay.
Pipe bomb CM
Punk.
Punk.
CM Punk. That's a cool one. Summer Punk. That was a cool one. He was a heel there. All right. Dang, that's a good one too. All right. I'm gonna go a little bit controversial, but come on, he was one of the most over wrestlers at the time, and in his personal, he sucks. He's a terrible human being. But Chris Benoit, when he won the World Heavyweight Champion, and he was with Eddie in the middle of the ring at WrestleMania, there was no one better. I'm sorry, he's a terrible person. We're talking wrestlers. He's a legend in my mind as a wrestler. Going Chris Benoit. Should I be excluded? Are you okay in this?
Oh, I'm fine with it.
All right.
I'm cool. Yeah. I think we acknowledge just like the same thing. We, obviously all proven until guilty. I mean, we're out to like Brock Lesnar. We know he's obviously the guy they're talking about, but I rolled with Brock. Chris Benoit obviously is a horrible human being and all this whatnot, but in regards of one of the best in-ring competitors, 100%.
Yep.
I mean, I didn't have him on my list, but I'm cool. That's
all right. Chris Benoit, and then one. Oh no, did I just pick AJ Styles? No, because I went Kenny Omega.
No, you bet Benoit. Now you have someone else.
Yeah, now I have somebody else. So my somebody else, I need another woman in this division, and you took one from me, Bobby. You took one. So I'm gonna go with the ninth wonder of the world. I'm gonna go China. It makes sense. I guess. See, I don't want DX China though. I want China when she was in her
ninth wonder of the world. Yeah, 100%. I would be the same way. I would get the same one. Let me make sure I get the right. She was awesome, dude. I feel for her, man. She didn't get enough cred.
Nope. China's great.
Yeah. All right. So you are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. 9 more picks left here for you. Crazy. I'm gonna go with the Undertaker. He's
Man,
he's
it's
still
about
on.
time.
I know. And I'm gonna go corporate ministry taker. Dark side, like
Okay.
yeah, I want to go freaking. I mean, think of this. If you look at my roster with the attitudes, you have, and even Bray Wyatt's there, Brock Lesnar, Shawn Michaels, Austin, Hogan, Sting, whatever. We need that type of Undertaker with this brand. CM Punk, I could see that. I'm rolling with the Undertaker, and I'm gonna pull a Josh here, and I'm gonna roll with his brother Kane, Attitude Era Kane.
I like it.
Now we got the Brothers of Destruction, and we got freaking Monster Kane, and with Monster Taker. So go ahead and make sure I pump this up here. I feel really good about this. Let me see.
I dig that. Brothers of Destruction. Nobody can stop them.
It's. I was like, if I could just hold off a little longer, I'll feel good. But I got 2 of my favorites on there. I love it. All right, brother. What do you got?
All right, I'm up. So I'm thinking like, okay, I need some mid card guys. Like I really need some guys that can carry that mid card division, the workhorses, the guys that can get me through a 20-minute match on Raw on Dynamite. I can't think of any like legends, like some complete studs in that because I already have them all. I have all those guys, so I got to go big. I got to go giant. I got to go one of the greatest characters. And you can tell me I'm wrong. Do you where do you think I'm going?
Oh, I want to hear it.
I'm going with the biggest characters in wrestling history, and you cannot say this is not a wrestler because he wrestled many matches. I want Mr. McMahon.
Whoa!
I want Mr. McMahon.
Damn. Okay.
And there's a
All right.
reason. There's a reason. There's
Attitude
a
Era
reason for that.
McMahon.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. Yep. This is just the character, guys. This is the beefy up boss character, jacked, shredded. I gotta get one. I gotta get an authority figure on my show, and he still wrestles. That's fine. Now, there's 2 guys I want. One's really good on the mic, but he's never won a world champion. I kind of want to give him one, just because when you think you have all the questions, he changes the answers or whatever he says. So I'm just gonna do it. I'm going Roddy Piper, one of the greatest promos of all time, one of the greatest characters of all time.
Talking about WWF Roddy Piper, WCW Roddy Piper.
See, to me, there's no difference. Is there a difference?
Well, yeah, I would think so. But are you talking like WrestleMania 1, 2?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay. I like
That's
it
the one
either
I
way.
want.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah. I love Roddy Piper. I think
I
Roddy Piper
had
is
that
super
same version
underrated.
Roddy Piper on my list. I had WWF WrestleMania.
But again, that gives me 2 more heels on my list. They're all just gonna hate. They're just all gonna wrestle each other.
They
And
already
no
hate
one's
each
gonna...
other. It's like, you know.
Hey guys watching, where do you think I lean? I mean, can you tell?
Yeah. So let me see what I got left, because then I know where I'm standing here. So not okay. So I'm at 9 now. I got 9 left. You know what? I'm gonna roll with Arn Anderson, WCW.
Arn Anderson, WC. Was he a heel there?
The Enforcer. He was a heel. I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna put him there with Ric Flair. Him and Nature Boy, 4 Horsemen. Let's go with that. And he's one of my favorites, dude.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna roll with Arn Anderson. And with the next one, going to stay another one who had great matches with Ric Flair, but I'm going to go with a different version. And I'm going to go Terry Funk, ECW Hardcore Legend. ECW version of Terry Funk.
Okay.
That dude was fun and badass. But he is a legend. I mean, NWA champion, ECW champion two times over. The matches he had with Mick Foley, Cactus Jack. I love this. I love that he was still here. I feel really good about rolling with that one. All right, so
that's great.
You're next.
All right, how many picks do I have before I pick?
Okay, let me just make sure.
Should be 7.
Terry Funk. All right, then Josh, you're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 picks.
7 picks. Okay, I'm gonna go Animal Batista.
Love it. Damn.
Babyface version.
That was my next one there, but that's cool.
Yep.
Batista.
Animal Batista, babyface version. Ruthless Aggression, I believe. Was that, or was he PG?
Yeah. No, that was Ruthless Aggression, and you're talking about when he beat Triple H, right? When you win against Triple. Yeah. Love it.
Yep, that's the easy one for me. That's cake. Put it in the Money in the Bank. All right, next one on my list. Man. This one might be an off one. This might be one that you might not get or understand, but he was always one of my favorites. So I'm going Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Ooh, I like that.
I think he's a great comedic character on my show. He could be in the mid card, and he gives you that that's great crowd reaction. Great baby face. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Someone once told me I looked like him, a younger version of him. I said, I prefer the Chris Jericho comparisons, but thank you.
Let's see. Okay.
So I have 5 more to go. You have 7 more to go.
Okay. I am going to roll with wait. Not yet. You know what? I'm going to stick old school. I'm going to go with Randy Savage, WCW NWO. Going with the Macho Man.
Okay.
Slim Jim.
Love it.
Can't beat that. He's not still on the board.
Surprised he wasn't picked.
I know. I'm going to roll with him. And then you know what? Goldberg, WCW.
Oh, no.
Taking Goldberg.
No.
I'm taking Goldberg.
Damn it.
Let's go, boy.
I'm so upset right now. I was about to surprise you, go with the guy you probably didn't think I was going to go with. Oh, my goodness.
I'm seeing the way you're going. I know it's like, I feel baited. And, so I was like, I just knew, I'm like, dude, I can't let this guy continue to sit there. I'm going to go with Bill Goldberg, WCW, man.
Oh,
there was no bigger star at that time, man. How could we not? All right. So we make sure Duggan, Savage, Goldberg. All right.
That was tragic. that honestly, that just
I was nervous as hell. Every time you kept talking, I'm like, oh, dude, here we go. Like I could just hold off just a little bit longer.
Oh my goodness. Right. I got there. But it's okay. I'll make up for it. I don't want to make this pick because I can't stand him right now.
Ooh.
Absolutely cannot stand this.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Okay. You don't know where I'm going. You don't know.
Cody Rhodes. You're going Cody Rhodes.
I'm not going Cody Rhodes. That's a fact. I'm not going Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
I'm not going Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
This might be Lex Luger.
Oh, interesting.
Lex Luger. Okay. I think Lex Luger, WCW version, when he showed up and he was part of all that, I think that Lex Luger, ultimate babyface, they wanted him to be babyface. I need baby faces on my show. I need the guy with looks. I need a guy that's going to be able to compete with, the big guys that I have up there. So I think Lex Luger on my show would be very good. I didn't want to go there. I didn't want him. I wanted Goldberg.
Okay, I like it.
I was hoping you
Okay.
would take Lex instead of Goldberg, honestly, because I thought Lex was being taken eventually tonight. I didn't think Lex was going to go undrafted.
No, I had Lex Luger on there.
Yeah.
I had him total package. Lex Luger,
Yeah, total
WCW.
package. Did not think he'd be undrafted.
Next
So my
pick?
next guy, my next pick, I'm going to go another woman to beef up this division. I do need more women in my roster. And, you talk about maybe Tori Wilson, Sable, just naming some girls out there. But the girl I really like to watch, and you might not consider her a legend, but I think Gail Kim.
Yeah, Gail Kim for sure.
I think Gail Kim.
What the work she did in TNA?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
but
Gail,
what version?
TNA, the Spider.
Okay. Gotcha.
Right? Black Widow. I think she was good. It's a boring pick, but guys, I need women. We need women on this show. And we're getting down to the last couple picks.
Okay. Yeah. Now, after this pick here, you have 3 picks left.
Yeah.
And okay, so I got 5 picks, and I'm gonna roll with what you're saying there, and I'm gonna be the same way. I'm gonna roll with a woman there. I'm gonna go with Mickey James.
Legend.
Going with Mickey. Yeah, going with Mickey James here. I'll go with the current more modern day version, Mickey James legend version between TNA and WWE. That's the one I'm gonna roll with. And to get me at, let me see, get me to 3 picks left.
I'm not gonna. I was gonna trip you up, but I'm not gonna do it. I'll let you pick in peace. I'll let you pick in peace.
Let me look at my roster very quick.
There's a couple of guys I'm surprised you haven't picked yet. Like, I'm not trying to talk spit or not. I'm surprised you haven't picked some of these guys. Oh, come on.
Stop it. No shit. I don't know. No, I'm gonna go Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I'm gonna go Ricky Steamboat. WrestleMania 3 version. Between TNA and WWE, WWF at the time. Rolling with that dude right there, man. And
Don't hate it. Don't hate it at all.
There you go. So I got 3 picks left. You're at 3 picks. So
all right, easy. The next one's very, very easy. Andre the Giant.
Yep.
Need Andre. Need a big monster on my roster. And I'm gonna go even the strongest man in the world.
Mark Henry.
I want House of Pain. Was that what he called it? Hall of Pain. Hall of Pain, Mark Henry. I don't want goofy sexual chocolate. I don't want domination, Nation of Domination. I want when he retired and he body slammed John Cena and he went on a run like no other. I love that Mark Henry. That's what I do. Right? Like Mark Henry was so good.
Monster, man. That's another one, like, where you're like, don't mess with him.
Yeah. He will
crush
it.
You. So you're right. You were right on the money. I was like, I'm going to wrap it up with the Andre, dude. Like, that's where my mind was. I was like, okay, so you were there. You were on the money.
I just needed a big guy. I need a big baby face, big lovable baby face that people would always love. And I could book him anywhere. I can go him. He can go against Ray. Yep. He can go against Jericho. He can go against anybody on the roster.
All right. So take a look at where we're at here with me. So you'll have one pick left, and I got.
Is it going to be Tony Khan? Is it going to be Shad Khan? It could be Shane McMahon. I can go Snoop Dogg. I can go Bad Bunny.
I'm going to go Rob Van Dam, ECW One Night Stand version when he won the WWE title.
Classic.
And sure here. Okay. And I'm going to go Booker T, WCW 2000 when he won the world title. There you go. You're disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did I not go with a murderer or a rape? Like I did. What? I'm sorry. Where should I have gone?
You went with my guy. That was my last pick.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, there's no way he's picking Booker T. There's no way. Like it's obvious he's not picking. Like there's no way he's picking Booker T. So now that makes me think like, okay, now I gotta think like, okay, because I didn't have a backup plan. Booker T was excellent. That's an excellent pick. It's an amazing pick. So if I'm thinking baby faces, because I do need those desperately, and if this is my last pick, I must go pick out this guy, who I might. Can I go get my tie, my suit? Can I get it ready for?
Oh, all right.
I'm going the American Nightmare. I'm going Cody Rhodes, but I'm not going this version of Cody Rhodes. I cannot.
Okay.
I cannot stress that enough. I'm going opening AEW version of Cody Rhodes. The beginning stages of AEW when he was first starting that company with the Young Bucks. That Cody Rhodes was almost. Because I would do ROH Cody Rhodes if I needed a heel. Because that was the best version of Cody Rhodes that he's ever done. But I will go babyface opening AEW because I need baby faces. I will not do the babyface we see now.
Okay. All right.
Because we didn't woe back then. Nobody woed back then. We lit tables on fire and we put Andrade through it. That's what we did back then. We had Arn Anderson come out and tell us we need to get a Glock.
Get a Glock.
Are you surprised with Cody?
No.
I thought you would take him eventually.
He probably would have been the last pick. Just like Andre, I was just holding off. I'm surprised. There's a name here. There's a few of them, and it sucks because I don't know if we want to do like a later and like
supplemental.
Yeah, with the remaining guys, because you do with 30 players, it's like it's good, but still there's like some guys that are being left off, and it's what it is. This one's tough, man.
I mean, there was guys I left off because they're heels, Bobby. Like there's legit guys. I'm like, oh man, this guy's so good. He deserves to be on our roster.
Jeez. I mean, I got a good mixture. It's like I don't know if there's.
I want to guess your pick. I want to guess it.
Guess it. Maybe you'll lead me in a way.
I do want to guess it, but I'm gonna go. It's gonna be WWE. But do you take the better roads and go Dusty? He's got to be on your list somewhere.
He is. He is. Dusty Rhodes NWA is there, and I'm looking at him.
You're probably thinking. I mean, I'm surprised no one brought up Warrior yet, but I guess we're not Warrior guys. I'm not. I don't think you really are.
Not really. He is on the list just because of who he is.
Yeah. Then there's guys like but I don't think you're not really looking at your list. You didn't really take any mid card guys. Like you're not looking at. You're not looking at.
There's
what's his face? Owen Hart. You're not looking at Brian Pillman. Like you're not looking at those guys.
I have Owen's there. I'm looking at Owen. I am looking mid card. There are a couple guys that I'm like, damn, dude, how am I?
Just say Disco already.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Disco Inferno was great. He was a legend. Ernest the Cat. Ernest.
I wish, honestly, right now I'm like, man, I wish there were more picks. I wish, we'd add more picks, but I'm gonna go with a guy because I'm gonna throw names out there to you, just as because you're throwing names out. Yeah. But yeah, of course, Owen Hart, right? Mm-hmm. I got Bret Hart. Makes a lot of sense. Yep. Mid card, but Jeff Jarrett, Raven,
Bulldog. A few like
British Bulldog. Yeah, no, British Bulldog. There's so some many modern day guys. I mean, Seth Rollins was not picked.
Big Show.
I have him there. He's in the red. I have him in the red column, but it's like,
Sid
Vicious is on there.
There's so many guys.
Yokozuna.
Yeah. So many guys. I've already thought about all these guys. Yeah. Just
Vader, Rikishi, and I'm talking about Attitude Era Rikishi. I did it for the Rock.
Did it for the Rock. Umaga to me is a legend.
Umaga's on my list. I have Umaga there.
Yeah. R-Truth, legit. Like I was gonna say R-Truth.
R-Truth is a good one. I didn't have R-Truth, but I like that. I do like that. Damn, man, this one, it's so freaking hard.
Like I was even thinking about just mid card guys like X-Pac, because he can put on good matches. He's a legend. X-Pac's a legend.
You know who I have on there too, and I'm surprised you didn't say it, and that's where it's kind of tough for me. Christian AEW version,
dude. I wanted to pick him so bad, but at the point, it'd be like, okay, I have too many. I do, Bobby. If you look at my list, I have 90% of my roster are bad guys. I cannot add another one.
I know. I mean, but he's so freaking good.
Yeah. He's great. Yeah, he should be named. He should be on a roster somewhere. He's definitely one of the few in AEW that deserve to be on a roster. Dolph Ziggler. I was thinking about him. I think Dolph Ziggler is a complete legend. Eugene. I was just thinking about comedy characters in general. No, seriously though, but that's why I ended up with Jim Duggan, because I need that comedy character. He can do that, and he could also beat people up. How Santino would be fun to put on your roster. Not that you're going to do these guys, but that'd be just the comedy guys. Santino was funny.
Someone who's comedy, but also and it could be a mid Carter, but I really enjoyed his run as a world champion, and he made Eddie so much a bigger star, and Eddie made him a bigger star. I'm going to roll this route because I really did enjoy him. He was one of my favorite heels. John Bradshaw Layfield.
Okay.
JBL.
Yeah.
Ultimate heel, but he was funny. But he also was like, the stuff he would say. Mm-hmm. I could see him going, on the mic and rolling with The Rock and Austin and this is tough because it's totally terrible because there's a lot of guys left on this list, and but my final pick is going to be the wrestling god, John Bradshaw Layfield.
I dig that.
Yeah, dude. Like, damn, it is tough.
But it's not easy drafting a great roster. I was able to do it. I don't know about you, but I did a great job.
So let me give me a second here. So I'm gonna go ahead and download this. I got our rosters are set.
Oh, you already have it ready?
Oh, yeah. I was doing it as the show was going. So you're gonna see yours pop up in just a second. I'll have mine up there, and we could kind of briefly, discuss it. And we'll go ahead and post it. See, Grandma's watching. Love you, Grandma. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh, I'm not seeing it.
Throwing down the heart. Appreciate you, Grams. And then let me go ahead and get to yours here. Is there any pick on your roster? Well, maybe I'll ask this when we have it pulled up.
Did I regret
that you second guess where you're like, damn, I could have gone this.
Could have waited. I'll have to see. Whenever. I mean, I know my picks, but I want to see the whole. I really question me drafting Chris Benoit there.
Okay.
But I thought his character, his wrestling ability, him as a in-ring competitor, the Wolverine, it fits what I want. Aggressive. Everyone on my list, if you go to everyone is extreme. Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, they're extreme. Triple H, he's got the sledgehammer. He's extreme, right? Like the real people. Randy Orton, the Legend Killer, he'll kill you. He'll crush you. Same thing can be said with the Outsiders. They went and they destroyed WCW. Were beating everybody up. Edge, Rated R Superstar, conniving, didn't care. That's why it fits. It fits me. Like I need a strong baby face to take on these crazy heels. But Orange Cassidy could have been good.
Yeah. What?
I was gonna say if you're paying attention. Orange Cassidy would be awesome. What are you talking about? He wears black now.
Oh, I can't stand that dude. Did you hear his? Well, you probably did. I saw it on TikTok, and I was like, "That's awkward as hell." But yeah,
do you second guess anyone?
Okay, so I guess we'll look at the picks now and go for it. But let's pull up your draft. Here's the Dynamite draft board here. So look at that. So you start off with the Lionheart, Chris Jericho, Rated R Superstar Edge, Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan. Then you start tugging at the heartstrings here. You go the Outsiders on me. You go Charlotte. Talk about it, man. Talk about your draft and why you went the route you went.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to go with the best in the world, Chris Jericho, followed by the biggest top heel in my young era of wrestling, Edge. Right. I wanted to make sure I secured one of the greatest sympathetic babyface figures of all time. That was the whole goal. That's why I wanted my top 3 picks. And then I started going, okay, how do I make this interesting now? Well, what did WCW do? They shook things up. So let me shake things up and bring in the Outsiders into my roster. And it might ruffle your feathers a little bit, and you might get blown away by it. But on top of that, I knew I was going there to begin with because I grew up with these guys. Then I started thinking, okay, I got the main roster set. I need to get some strong women. And again, I went for the 2 best. My goal was to get the best of the best. I wanted the top guys in their era. That's why I went OTC. He's the top guy in his era. You stole John Cena from me, which is totally fine because he's a top guy in that legend. You got Hogan. He's another top guy. You got Rock and Austin. Like you beat me. You beat me in that category. But I got OTC. I'm okay with that. And then I just wanted to fill it out with like just common people. They don't have to all be studs. I don't want Kenny Omega always to be at the top. Scott Steiner, he is a mid-card dumb heel. Perfect for the role. That's what I was looking for. Just a full, complete roster with no real hidden. If you want comedy, we got that. If you want conniving heels, we got that. If you want true corny baby faces, we got that too. That's what I was trying to do, Bobby. I don't know how you feel about my draft. Like, where did I go wrong?
I would say, obviously, you touched on the Benoit thing, so that doesn't really matter. But I get it. If we're talking in-ring, you're talking about the wrestler. It's a different story. I mean, my goodness, you could pair him up with Kenny Omega. You could put him up with Jericho, Edge, Daniel Bryan. You'll have an all-day field day matches. The only one I would say is the Mr. McMahon pick. Mr. McMahon, because I think you're drafting a character other than when you're thinking of actual cards, because who could he pair up with, other than, I mean, honestly, I just was looking at it. I mean, who are you going to put him with at that point?
Easy.
Like, go ahead.
Easy. Kenny Omega, that'd be a great feud, first off.
Okay.
Because, you're just a wannabe wrestler, you video game wrestler, whatever. You could easily put him with a believable program with Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I think that'd be a great dynamic. God damn it, I need you to be great. And like I think they'd be a funny dynamic. You're right
Okay.
though. I did want the character and I want the promo. Sometimes wrestlers add more with their skill with the mic than they do in the ring. And I think Vince could bring that. Um, just think about some wrestlers. I'm trying to think of a few that just you want to hear them talk. You don't care if they wrestle. I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head right now on this new day. Maybe you could figure some out right now, but to me, promo speak is part of the wrestling show, and Mr. McMahon can do that, and he could also wrestle.
I like though, even though you picked the outsiders, you got Triple H there, and automatically I think of the Click. That was kind of one of my under the radar groupings. If it could have worked out that way, obviously it didn't, and it killed that dream pretty quick. But I love that Triple H is on this roster. You got Batista. Right away though, looking at your roster, do you already have like, hey man, these are going to be the two guys that I run it very quick main event wise? Like, who's your two main event guys right away that you think you're going to plug them in?
Two main event guys right away that I have to plug in. I'm going Edge. He's going to be that top heel for me. You might think it's Jericho, but I'm not putting him there yet. So Edge is for sure top of the top. And a lot of people might not like this, but I'm going Kenny Omega.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to go Kenny Omega and Edge. Those are my two top guys. Going to hold my company strong because I think Kenny Omega is good enough and talented enough to carry a division. Who did you think?
Oh man, what I love about both drafts, but this one I'm looking at here, you could go any route. I think Edge is obviously the perfect heel. You could roll with Edge right away and put any babyface against him. I mean, they've done Batista versus Edge, Triple H versus Edge, especially that version of Triple H.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what I'm thinking about. My favorite feud that I'm already booking in my mind already. I'm thinking Triple H and Roman. Like that right there. Like I'm already thinking about what I can do there. I'm already thinking about the outsiders and Roman. I'm already thinking about what can happen over there.
What's up, Crazy Dolphin? Thank you for tuning in, brother.
Yeah, what's up, Crazy? He follows me on the OUS show too, man. Good dude over there. But yes, I'm excited to see your roster. I want to see this thing pulled up.
Yeah, so coming up here, let me go ahead and pull this up. Obviously that left. So, damn, man. Start off obviously with Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels. I wanted attitude. When I thought of this roster, I wanted attitude. I wanted the same, because storytelling, to me is very important, but I also want to end up with some great matches. And, when you have guys like Shawn Michaels, you have Cena, you got Bret Hart, The Rock, Eddie, Kurt, Samoa Joe. Look at the women's division. I mean, you obviously started it off. You kind of popped my balloon with Charlotte right away. But I roll with Trish Stratus, modern day, with Lita, Rhea Ripley. Excited about that. We got Mickie James in there. Got Sasha Banks. I'm feeling really good. In spite of being behind the eight ball, the way how you started it, I feel really good about my women's division. I love, as much as I love the main eventers, and there's obviously the majority of our guys are main event guys. Some of them you might say, but I feel really good about the card that I could create with the talent that I have. Okay. You got Ricky Steamboat. I could put Ricky against Shawn. I could put, again, DDP versus The Rock, Kurt Angle versus Eddie. We've seen it, but again, Kurt Angle versus Shawn, Eddie versus Shawn, Rock versus Shawn, Sting versus Hart, Kane and Undertaker. I mean, you could pin them against anybody. WCW version of Goldberg against Kane, or against that Undertaker. And Bray Wyatt, the Wyatt family version against the Undertaker and Kane. Or do they pair up? I feel really good. And again, even though these guys, most of them are world champions, minus maybe Arn Anderson, who's one of my favorites. But really, if you think of DDP, Steamboat, because you were talking about mid card, like pairing guys in mid card, but you look at Sabu, Terry Funk, Steamboat, RVD, Booker T,
Bray Wyatt.
Bro, you could really, I feel really good. Now, don't get me wrong though. I don't know if there's any guy I really feel like, man, I could have gone a different route there. Because again, I'm thinking about matchups. I'm thinking about storytelling. I'm thinking about, and I'm feeling really good. Like I know there's a lot of guys we left on the board. And again, Jeff Jarrett, The Miz, Big
The Miz
Show.
was on your list.
The Miz was there.
I'm
The
surprised. He was on mine too. I'm surprised he's on yours.
The Miz was there.
Yes.
Some divas,
Sheamus to me.
Sheamus was on there. Umaga, Mark Henry. Obviously, you took Mark Henry. Bully Ray was another one that I was really leaning towards. Was Bully Ray from TNA.
Christian,
like I said, Dad Christian, Daddy, like father, AEW version Christian. She should be around the corner. I think she's coming back pretty soon. But let me ask you this, Crazy Dolphin. Now that you're here, and we appreciate you coming in, I'm going to show you the 2 draft boards, but I just want you to get your quick opinion, man. What do you think? This is a fantasy wrestling legends fantasy draft. Me and Josh, we're going to use these to make, match cards to have fun with this. But we had a lot of fun with this. This was actually harder than we thought. But here's Josh. Here's Josh Kimmel's right here. First pick, he went Chris Jericho, and it kind of in order there: Chris Jericho, Edge, Daniel Bryan, Scott Hall, and so forth. Between Josh's draft board, and then you go ahead and I'm gonna let you look at that for a second.
Yep. And keep in mind, everyone that you see on this picture, that's the era. So that's rated R Superstar Edge. That's Yes Movement Daniel Bryan. That is Too Extreme ladder match Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. That is the game Triple H. So these I don't get Cerebral Assassin Triple H. I don't get DX Triple H. I get the game Triple H. This is Cody Rhodes, by the way, not current. This is AEW. It's not clear because he looks the same, but that's AEW. Because
it is AEW Cody Rhodes. Yes, it is. I promise. And then right here is my draft. As you can see, I started off with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Again, my first 5 picks was Austin, Michaels, Cena, DDP, Hulk Hogan, and then obviously you could see the centerpieces there. We got Lesnar, we got Goldberg, got Samoa Joe, The Rock, Sting, Kane, Undertaker. I'm feeling so freaking good. And then I wrap it up, which was so hard because there's so many good guys. I mean, Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig was on there. I mean, there's so many dudes on there that I could have went with, but I went with JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield, because again, you could put him in the heavyweight division, in the heavyweight title picture. You could put him in the mid title picture. You can even just put him put him at the start of the card. I felt really good. So if Crazy Dolphin, if you're in there, man, just give us your 2 cents, what you think. If not, that's okay. For those who watch the show afterwards, throw it up in there. Tell us what you think. We're going to put it up on our Twitter on at NHB Wrestling, No Holds Barred Wrestling. I think that's what it is. Either way, figure it out. But anywho, man, this was harder than I thought, bro.
Yeah, it was. There was times where I just said, "F it, I'm picking a wrestler because I like him personally," or man, I'm in a pinch right now and I need this baby face, as we spoke about for the last 2 hours. So drafting is a lot harder. Like putting together a show is going to be probably way harder.
Absolutely, 100%. But I'm excited, dude. Truthfully, as I've said before, I've said it to off air, I'll say it on air. I look forward to the show. I love doing this show because you and we do see things a lot differently, but at the same time, we have a lot of fun with it, kind of how we're going, and we surprise each other because you're like, whoa, I didn't know you were going that route. It's like, yeah. So this is the type of stuff we do. We love doing it, guys. So like and subscribe and give us your comments. Let us know what you think of our draft boards or our draft results. Who won the draft? And if not the next episode, one of the future episodes, we're gonna go ahead and make a card out of this. It's gonna be very hard, but we'll have fun. I'll post these up on Twitter. Josh, any final thoughts, brother?
Yeah, that's just thanks everyone for watching. Bobby, thank you for putting on a crazy, amazing topic. I hope to contribute one day. No, for real. When you text me that, I'm like, dude, that sounds awesome. Yeah. I'm in. I'm all in. You made a freaking cheat sheet.
Yeah, that's not cheat sheet, bro. This was hard, man. I put a
that's what I'm saying, the big board.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark them out because there's still guys on this board, and I'm like, man, we need to probably do a supplemental thing, just kind of round it out and get these guys off.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Crazy. Come on, man.
What we need to do.
Okay.
big brain thought right here. You have WWE 2K. We need to put them in a universe mode, and we need to simulate them and put our wrestlers in those mode. We can simulate it and what's the results for this week of wrestling, Bobby?
Oh, I like that. Something different. Okay. Yeah, we could try to roll. Me and my son, we did that. We did we went online and did a random name selector, and we put all the roster in there. We took out creative players. We just put all the legends, everyone in there. I have Raw, he has SmackDown, and we just rolled with it. And so that's what we've been doing. We have our big draft. I've 88 guys there, or 70 guys on the next roster. And we've just been doing it. I beat him in Survivor Series. He thought he had me. Got him fine. What's up, man?
2 times, guys.
2 times I beat him in Survivor. Because what it is what we do for Survivor Series. It's not easy, guys. We know, crazy. We understand. We made the draft. It's not easy to pick one now. No. But in Survivor Series, what we do is like, okay, you pick your 5 best SmackDown. I pick my 5 best. We see who wins the Survivor Series match, and then that means you get 5 draft picks. But really, it's like, okay, Josh, you won. You get to pick whoever you have on my roster, but you just have to give me a lesser known guy. So it's basically a trade. Okay. But you're like, okay, I take Roman Reigns, but I'm going to give you Bubba Ray Dudley. It's like, oh, you got to take it. So we have fun. He almost beat me. I was down to 2 guys, but I came back.
You simulate it, or you guys actually play?
No, we played it out. Yeah, we played it out.
Take it easy on him.
For my dad, he's gonna win.
Sometimes until he starts talking, then I have to lay it in.
But
he beats me pretty good. He beats me. He'll get me. All right, man, we're done. I beat him in real life earlier too. Just a trash. We had a wrestling match, 1-on-1. That's how he knocked his 2 front teeth. I just cocked him. No, I'm just playing. But I did beat him real life. We did. Go. But anyway, but yeah, man, no, this was fun, and in regard, we'll have to figure something out with the remaining guys on this board because I just can't believe they're not there. But it's like trading baseball cards. Absolutely, it's not easy, crazy.
Hey,
but
those guys that weren't drafted, they go to NXT, and then we draft. We have to make cuts, and we pick them up.
Oh, there you go. Hey, I'll have it listed. The guys that were still left remaining there. You did talk me out of 1 pick, and I think you realized it. I think it was there, and I felt good though because I was like, okay, I feel better with Samoa Joe because I almost rolled with my boy because I think he is gonna go down. You're right. He needs to get the WWE though. Needs to get the WWE.
That's why I didn't pick him. Pick him.
It's all good. But anyway, that's the one and only Josh Kimmel. Catch him on OUS and fantasy football, talking everything fantasy football. Catch me. You'll see me tomorrow, 11 o'clock Eastern time, a.m. for the Miami Dolphins pregame show. We'll watch the Dolphins somehow, some way. I don't know if they will. I doubt it. Beat Buffalo, and we'll be on the postgame tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. And until then, like and subscribe. We appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Peace.